Welcome to the Journey with Nicole YouTube channel. I'm just doing a little cleansing here with some Palo Santo. We're going to go ahead and get right into our intuitive tarot oracle reading. So we've got 7 different decks here. We're just going to do a quick cut. I like to cut them just so you know they're nice and fresh. And I spent a lot of time already shuffling, so we're going to get right into it. This is the White Sage Tarot Major Arcana. We have the Journey with Nicole Mandala cards, Nature Whispered cards, Fairy Oracle, Starman Tarot. We'll go ahead and cut there. Love the Starman Tarot deck. I use it a lot. Liquid Crystal deck here. I use it in every reading. I love my crystal energy. It helps me so much with my oracle readings. And then we've got medicine, card, animal, spirit that I love to bring in as well. Let's go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for being here. Very excited. I just used intuition, what cards feel the most drawn to pull, and then there might be a couple moments of silence. So let me just start here. Matters, appetite, motivation, laughter. I love it. Aha. The ant, amber, another laughter card. Oh my goodness. My goodness, my goodness. Bloodstone, purification. Well, well, well. 4 of Wands, 5 of Swords. Well, my goodness. Okay, we can't deny this fact here, right? So we've got the laughter. We've got laughter for two in 2 different decks. We've got the laughter card. So that is significant, and that is not to be just because it's laughter. This is very, very important. And some people get really annoyed at the why they get the laughter card, especially with this deck, because I've had this deck for over 20 years. But the first 10 years I had this deck, I gave myself a reading on it every day. And so I know what the laughter represents, and it's about sometimes, a lot of times, and if you've watched some of my readings, when I ask for clarifying cards and I get the laughter card, it's actually spirit laughing at me, like you can't figure this out type of thing. So what I do want to reiterate though is that just because laughter is something kind of lighthearted, don't think that this isn't important. This is very, very important for this reading. And any reader would tell you, you cannot deny those coming together like that. So the fact that the Love Matters card comes up is brings a lot of, it feels like you've seen this new love about some things, not necessarily romantic love. I just mean like some kind of new level of love that you see, and you're not quite sure what to make of it, because it's almost like something you didn't even realize that was possible. Like that's where the comical part of it comes in. So let me just I need to just take a moment here and just gather my thoughts for a second and just relax. It just seems like there's a lot of working energy here, if you know what I mean. The ant is all about working hard in a great community, but the ant is basically the workaholic. So, and then you've got the 4 of Wands, which is like a lot of hard work. You know, it's about hard work energy, and really this could be in a love relationship as well, meaning that there's a lot of laughter and love, and it's taking a lot of hard work, and you're realizing that it matters, but you need some kind of motivation and foresight to go forward, especially with this Five of Swords energy. I feel like this Five of Swords, I want to get the Starman Tarot book out and look up this Five of Swords real quickly. I don't want to miss anything, and I feel like there might be some other message in there, which is funny. I came to there's only 2 pages next to it. So, okay, battle your inner demons, the compulsion to win, keep a beneficial advantage, letting the past pile up around you, acting out of integrity. The Five of Swords represents the force of ambition, of striding towards a goal. See, that's what I was saying. There's lots of action energy, lots of hard work energy here. It requests that you look carefully at where you may be fixated on an outcome and acting out of integrity. Looking at the ways you are being self-righteous. Do you place the need to be right over and above loving and respectful connection? And maybe that's why the love matters. Maybe there's just some kind of dual energy that you're dealing with, and that it's always been that way in the past. But since this love matters is like the overall theme of the beginning card of the energy, it's kind of like you realize this now, but you feel like you were so right about those issues in the past that it's hard to get to the point where, you know what, love is really what matters. And working hard on it is what matters to it all. And putting down my ego and quit fighting the things from your past that have been keeping you from all this laughter and action and motivation, and keeping things motivated and because even though you're working hard, you still have to have that joy in it, which is why the laughter cards are here. That joy of and companionship, not companionship on a physical level, but the connectedness and the alignment of everything that's going on, which this is. You can tell this is, like, even from this card, you can see there is some beautiful alignment, but you can also kind of see that there is some strong energy, workforce type energy, which is kind of that way with a lot of this right here. It's very, I don't know, this is something else for you to, it's like you're really working hard. And if it's not on a project, it's on a relationship, and it's almost like, kind of like what I was telling you, I'll get the laughter card when I'm asking for a clarification on a reading. And it's kind of like the laughter of, would you just relax? You don't need to, it doesn't have to be so intense and so strict. And do you understand what I'm saying? Like with the ant, like, if you ever watched them in a row, they never veer off the path. So there's so much hard work energy here, and a very ethical energy as well. So it could be in a job or career, but it also is very well could be a relationship. It's just something you've really put a lot of energy into, and hard work. And now it's kind of time to see the joy in it and know that you're protected, because amber is my stone. In fact, I have some right here. Is my stone for protection. It also talks about, amber talks about letting all the light in, and which is possible kind of with all this work energy. Maybe you just need to let that inner light come through and be there. But I definitely use amber for protection, and I go to this for protection before I even go to obsidian. So to me, this says you are very protected in how how you're going to go about kind of relaxing on this hard work energy, and staying in the joy part of you're very protected. I think you feel like you're gonna, like the ant, like if you go off and veer off in any way, it's like there's some kind of fear that it's not going to work out and everything is just going to be a disaster, when that's not really the case. And if you've watched an ant and he veers off, he always kind of comes back and gets back in alignment, right? So I feel like you're being really, I don't want to say frigid, but very rigid. How's that? Very rigid and frigid. Very rigid on your final outcomes. I really want to look this card up. That's why I've been holding it up. I'm just I want to look this up because I feel that the way you handle things is important. There will always be many challenges and life lessons, as that is part of this experience. Choose to learn from your encounters. Get your heart ready to receive and allow for the various emotions you will be feeling. Consider what makes you happy. It is time for you to allow yourself a day of enjoyment. See? Love who you are and be willing to give and receive love unconditionally. I'm glad we read that, because this is just telling you, you need to go have some fun. You are just working so hard and you're so focused and diligent on this, whatever it is, this situation, this person, the job, the project, that you're almost getting to the point where it's going to be such overkill that you're going to end up hurting. It's going to end up hurting the whole process. Finding this joy is definitely the most important part of this whole process right now, is to have that foresight, which is the appetite, and have that foresight to know that it's kind of like know when to fold them. It's like, now it's time to just sit back and enjoy some joy of what you've been doing. Balance it out with the joy. I hope that makes sense. Yes, balance it out with the joy. Let's look up the bloodstone real quick, which is the purification, and see if we can get some additional insight into that. If bloodstone has come to you today, it is possible that your heart is just not in your physical activities, allowing life to become boring and one-paced. Bloodstone, the stone of purification, signals renewal, revitalization, and healing, leading to the reestablishment of your spirit as your guiding light towards life purpose. For you, this means change in a new way. But first, there must be a period of purification and clearing. Drink lots of water and eat as cleanly as possible while bloodstone does her work. A new you is to be reborn. Remember that before the caterpillar can see the light and fly as the glorious butterfly, it is restricted, attached, and blind in its self-created physical cocoon. So I feel that that is kind of guiding you towards the laughter part of this whole. I feel like this jigsaw puzzle has been missing the fact that your motivation is dwindling because it's so revolved around so much work, that until you can, because the joy cards were the next two that came up, the laughter cards were the next two that came up after motivation. So this is saying that, and you need to find that joy in that again, and realizing that the love, you have decided that this is the path you want to do. You've done great. This is hard work here. This is lots of work energy, hard work energy. However, it's time to take the purification point and take the joy in it. And it's time to find all that joy. So you're not changing anything. You're keeping everything you've been doing, but now it's time to find the joyful part of this whole puzzle. Okay, I hope this was helpful. It's very interesting. I tell you what, let's do a White Sage Tarot and see what comes up. And that might be just a little bit more insight into the hard work and the laughter. The Hierophant. So here's your key right here. Your key to, right here. See this key? The Hierophant. It's all about being relaxed in your present state, knowing you're protected. In fact, I think those are the words that are used in that. Just a second. Let me see if I can find that book. I'm sorry. I guess I can't, but I know that that's what it says. It's about this deer knows that it's going to be safe and that it is protected in being who it is at the present moment and being able to relax. So find that joy and know that you're protected in that joy. If you relax for a little bit, you're still protected. Everything, the whole thing doesn't all of a sudden switch because now you're enjoying and having joy, finding joy in your process. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much. I would wish if you could subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if this resonated, and I appreciate you so much. Much love to you. Peace out.